Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name's Landon. We are here to talk about types of guns. We'll talk about a little bit about God. We'll talk about guns, liberty, a little bit of everything. This American channel, conservative channel. Overall, what we're going to talk about primarily for the whole channel is we're going to do like reviews on types of guns. Show you from our viewpoints, our personal opinions, what the best gun is for, say, all-out hunting, personal carry, home defense, having your car for protection, whatever. We're gonna go through. We'll do some videos on top 10, what the best price is. We'll do accuracy. What type of ammo is best for what gun. We'll just give our overall viewpoints. You know, like this one, like, you know, we got, I wanted to talk a little bit about home defense. Like, you know, most people nowadays, they're asking, hey, well, with how today is, you know, all the break-ins, everything, what would you suggest? Well, I would not suggest this. This is a Thompson Center Arms 45 cal Hawken. Thompson, they started making this model about 1970s, and it's a really good gun. It's a percussion cap, muzzleloader, black powder rifle. It's really nice. If you're a collector, if you're into black powder, great gun to own. As home defense, somebody breaks in, you got put a cap in, you gotta put your powder to the right drainage, you gotta put your cap and ball in there. Then you gotta pull out your ramrod and shove it down into the barrel and get it all squared away. And then, if you ain't dead, you can shoot the guy. You can protect your home and your family. But and these guns, I mean, if you want to get into black powder, it's a great gun to have. You have your dual triggers. They are a wonderful gun. You can find them pretty reasonable between, I've seen them about $600, depending on condition and how good it is. It is a really good gun. However, we're here to talk about home defense. I'll do another video later on about solely black powder muzzleloaders and rifles, and we may even get into flintlocks. But for home defense, all out, you can have a pistol. Pistols are great for personal carry, and you can use them for home defense. But if you're not very comfortable and very accurate with a pistol, yes, most guns, handguns, for semi-automatics, you have usually 6+1. Some have 16+1, some have 8+1. You have multiple shots, but you want to make sure you actually hit on that first shot. So what I would suggest, and this is solely my opinion, I've owned a lot of guns. I have cheap guns, I have expensive guns, I have mediocre guns. That's why we're here. I'm giving my opinion. And what I have here is a Mossberg Model 88 Maverick. It is a great home defense gun. It's a versatile gun, honestly. These 88 models, you can buy them new in the $300 range. It's a cheap shotgun. It's a cheap shotgun. They can hold up to anywhere from 6 to 8 shots in them. You have that availability. Also, with the Mossberg 500, these are compatible for all the same accessories, the chokes down here. That's another thing that's great about this gun. If you want to get into deer hunting, you also want a home defense route, well, you can also get chokes for these. And mine is too tight just to thread out by hand. but you can change these out. You can use these for deer hunting. A lot of people say you can't use a filled barrel and then put a slug in it. It's not true. I've hunted with this shotgun. I've killed many a deer with a modified choke with a slug. Do not mix your chokes up. Don't shoot a slug with a full choke. That's not a good idea. And I actually was doing a skeet shoot today with this gun with some friends. We got together and had a good little time. It's an all-around versatile gun. We've used it dove hunting. We've used it for deer hunting. It's a pump action. It has the safety right up here in the very front. It's a quiet safety. It actually has the red emblem for when it's on fire, and then it's just pure black. Right here behind the trigger, if you guys can see that right there, that is to make sure it pumps. And then you can take it off safety and shoot it, and then it lets it pump on its own till you pull the trigger, and then you gotta pump again. It's real easy to take apart. You just unthread this right here, and then you can literally just slide the whole barrel off to get in there and clean the barrel and clean the tube and everything. It is a wonderful gun for the price. It has your actual bead, and then it has your sight here. I don't know if you guys can yeah, see there's your sight right there, and then there's your little bead sight. You get those lined up, and you can do wonders with this gun. I've shot turkeys with it, so it'll shoot a good turkey load with the right choke. I've used slugs with it. I've shot buckshot, and that's one thing we gotta talk about. For like clay pigeons, we use sport clay shot, which is like a 7.5 to 8 shot shell. But for home defense, you could use that kind of shot if you wanted to. I would suggest like double aught buck, where it's going to shoot a bigger round and have a tighter pattern, but it's still going to spread. It's not going to be a slug, one shot. One shell will have about 5 double aught buck. I want to say there's like 5 round balls into the shell, and when you shoot that, it will spread out. But for most home defense, if somebody does break in and you have to sadly take a life, and hopefully you never have to experience that. I hope I never have to experience that. But you're looking at no more than 10 to 15 yards, depending on how big your house is. You may not even have 10 yards from when you encounter the person breaking in. You can easily pump it. It is quiet, as you can hear. If you keep oil, if you don't oil it, you don't take care of it, it will become stiffer. It'll become dirty. All around, it's a great shotgun. $300, $350 probably out the door after you do all the fees and everything. You can find that gauge at any gun shop. It's a 12 gauge. You can buy a 20 gauge. 20s and 12s, they are very, very easily to find shells for. I prefer 12 gauges. My wife, she prefers 20 gauges. I prefer 12s because I just like shooting 12s a lot more. You can go buy, for clay pigeons, you can buy a box of 100 shells for literally $30. So for less than $50, that's 2 boxes of clays, and that's 100 rounds. So you're looking at 180 clay pigeons and 100 shells for less than $50. Not counting the price of the gun. You can have a really fun day enjoying the day with your buddies, just out shooting some clays. You can keep it solely just for home defense. I strongly suggest if you do get a gun for home defense, one of the key things is actually know the gun, use it, try it out, get comfortable with it. Because when somebody would break in, if something would arise where you have to use it, your adrenaline, your nerves is going to be rushing so much, you're not going to clearly be thinking. So that goes into breathing. You want to make sure you can breathe. The gun does have, it is a pump action. So if you have to take more than one shot, you pump it, it will eject, it has ejector, so it will eject the one shell and it will preset the other shell to be loaded as soon as you pull the shell in. It is a overall very good gun for the price. I've had that shotgun, that exact one, probably about 5 or 6 years now. It is not the first one I've owned. I own probably 2 to 3 others that I've had even longer, and they have never failed me. Mossberg is a really good brand for shotguns. I do like their 500s, and I do like their Maverick 88s. My wife, she deer hunts with a Mossberg 500 with a slug barrel, and she's had tremendous luck with it. They're very good guns. They're easy to maintain and clean. Some people are like, well, I want an AR-15 or AK-47 or or 9mm Ruger rifle. Those are all fun guns to get out and go shoot. For home defense, I strongly, in my view, I would not use an AR, AK, any semi-automatic rifle. Mainly because they are going to have more rounds, and not only are you going to end up taking your opponent out, but you're also going to make a lot bigger of a mess destroying your house, because you're going to be basically spraying and praying, as they would say. I own ARs. I have AKs, SKs. They're a lot of fun out on the range to shoot. Home defense, my personal view, I would be against it. This isn't Call of Duty. You're not in Afghanistan or Iraq. You're in your home. And yeah, I get it. You can easily throw a clip in, rack the pin, and you got anywhere from 15 to 35 rounds you can easily disperse of in a matter of seconds. As a shotgun, you have 6 to 8 shots. Some shotguns, depending on what you're in, they have less, because for duck hunting, you have restrictions on how many shots you're allowed to have in a gun. At least here in our state. It's all in your viewpoint. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. The best all-around home defense would be a pump action shotgun, even more so than a single shot. Now, handgun wise, if you would want a handgun for home defense solely, the Judge or a Rossi Brawler. They are a 410 45 caliber handgun. It'll shoot a 410 game load or shoot a 45 automatic pistol. It is a revolver. The Judge is. The Brawler from Rossi, it is a single shot, just handheld. Looks like a basically like a sawed-off single-shot shotgun, just enough for a pistol grip and like a 6-inch barrel. It'll shoot a 3-inch chambered shell. It is a very nice little handgun you can use. I have shot them. They are a good gun overall. But in my opinion, for versatile, I would go with a actual pump shotgun. Because in my opinion, I deer hunt, I squirrel hunt, I rabbit hunt. I'm going to spend my money on something where I can have it for more than just one thing. You're not really going to conceal carry the Judge or the Rossi Brawler. It's going to be one that you're going to go out and you're going to shoot at targets, and you're going to basically use it as home defense. As the Mossberg Maverick 88 or a Mossberg 500 or a Remington 870, I mean, the list goes on and on. And we'll get into the comparisons between Mossbergs and Remingtons later on in the videos. But with the Mossberg shotguns that I'm talking about, the 500 series and the 88 Model 88 series, they're a very versatile gun and very good for the money. Like I said, you can get an 88 for around $300 to $400 with features and everything to walk out the door. They are a very good gun. I've had lots of luck with them. They're lightweight. They don't kick very hard. They have a very good pad on the end, and of course this is very interchangeable. Just has 2 set screws back there. You can easily change that off. You can completely take this off and redo this. You can add a lot more to it. It is all around, it's a very beautiful gun for the price. And I'm one of those, I'd rather save a few bucks here, and instead of spending, say, $5,000 on a shotgun, I'd rather spend $300, and then I can go out and buy ammo, and I can buy some targets, and I can practice, but also I can maybe even buy another gun. I would rather spread my money or even save some back. And that's where we can get into the, hey, what category would you put? And overall, the 88 model, and like I said, I have other shotguns, but this is by far my favorite for home defense. You put a double-aught buck in here. It's a 28-inch barrel, and you don't even have to pull it up to shoot. You could, if you got a good enough grip on it and somebody breaks in, you can easily pump it, and you can hold that thing right there about waist, stomach height, get a good grip, and you can point it at them, and you're gonna take them out. Another thing is knowing what shots to buy. For hunting, there is regulations. You have rifled slugs, you have sabot slugs, you have steel shot, and you have lead shot. For certain hunting on migratory birds, you can't use lead, you have to use steel. And the whole reason being is a lot of people back in the day, they had used lead shot, and it had caused people to go nuts because they would get the lead shot from the bird when they would go to eat it, and it would cause them to have lead poisoning, and it would cause them to become insane. And we have found that out over the years, and now we use steel shot. You can still use lead. Some people use lead shot for dove hunting and stuff like that. Anyway, back to home defense. Double-aught buck, or if you could find a tighter group of a game load, like I said earlier, 7.5 to 8. Not really what you would use inside the house or really outside the house to take care of home defense. It would be a good deter, but is it really going to take them out? Not with one shot. Double-aught buck, you're going to take one shot and they're going to stay down. And this is not like the movies. You're not going to shoot them and they're just going to fall over. No, chances are while you are shooting at them, they are shooting back at you if they have a gun. And most of the time, if they're going to break in, they're going to have some form of a weapon. You could use a turkey load for home defense. If you want to blow your shoulder off, if you're not used to them, they can pack a lot more of a punch. They are a 4-shot shell. You can buy up to a 6-shot. That would be a good game load for home defense. But overall, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with a double buck. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep these videos between 15 to 25 minutes. We're at 20 minutes, so we're going to call it end of the day. Remember, I'm Landon. I hope you guys like and subscribe. I got a lot more stuff we can talk about and go over with. Like I said, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, and we'll get better as we go, and we can all learn together, and hopefully I can make your day go a lot easier on trying to convince you and explain to you more on my views and my opinion of what is best to buy, what you should not buy, and all that. And we'll end up on some nicer days where we'll actually get out and we'll actually show you the difference in comparisons and actually shoot the guns, and you can see for yourselves what we are experiencing and seeing on our range. But anyway, hey, God bless and have a good year. Thanks. Bye.